One shot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One opportunity.
Oh yeah.
This is everything you ever wanted.
Toga and the monkey head.
One moment.
Oh yeah.
Did you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now, everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's tough. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows, and he goes back to this mobile home maximums. Back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't give it. Lose his health in the music, the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. It's opportunity.
Notre Dame won the toss, deferred, and will defend the South goal.
We're good.
Our officials for tonight, our referee is Jim Glickert, our bet judge Rick Stotzman, our linesman George Casper, our line judge John Ferlito, and our umpire Ken Kessler.
Yeah, they're calling strikes the ball, by the way. It was a pass
Notre Dame Dons football is on the air from Legends Field in Niles. Whoop, hold on. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Notre Dame Dons football is on the air. We didn't know what we were doing, and that's per usual with us. It's the St. Viator Lions and the Notre Dame Dons in the Notre Dame homecoming game. It's been long awaited. It's been 2 years since we've had a game such like this. Friday Night Lights is officially back, and we can't be more excited. Danny Burke back with you once again. You heard us just about 2 hours ago on High School Game Day, and I am joined by a brand new voice to the broadcast booth. Please join me in welcoming junior Andrew Dobeck. How are you doing tonight, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to a good game tonight.
This is Andrew's first time ever doing this. He is pretty excited to do this. Kind of got thrown into it really late, and it looks like he wants to do really well. That's kind of the goal, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, I was expecting a better response out of you.
Well,
okay.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. All right, so let's dig into things here. If you joined us for High School Game Day Live, you kind of got a breakdown of what we're looking at tonight, but let's get into it. Coming into the game tonight, Notre Dame coming in at 0-4, St. Viator coming in at 2-2, so this is a good battle that's coming in tonight. A lot of the Dons players are going to tell you that they should have been 2-2, and looking at how they've played those games against Glenbard North and Nazareth last week, there's a very good case for them being 2-2 right now.
Yeah, I think that tonight might be a good time for the Dons to pull off a good win. Hopefully, we got a big fan base out here tonight, so let's hype this up, pump it up, and go Dons.
Pump it up is exactly what we're looking to see tonight. You know, the Dons definitely have looked a lot better on offense lately, 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games, putting up 20-plus points in each of their last 2 against Mount Carmel, which is not an easy defense considering they are a top 15 team. And then Nazareth last week, which is usually a traditional powerhouse. We're not the same as where they usually are last spring in the abbreviated season. And then so far, Nazareth had not looked like they had been on their usual string of dominance. But, you know, good things are coming for Notre Dame right now. You know, even though they're 0-4, they will tell you that this is a team that's loaded with talent and that they are built to win games.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely see that. The game last week against Nazareth was definitely a close one, so.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was a close one.
Andrew forgot to finish his thought there. It was definitely a close game. You know, that was a back-and-forth game that went wire to wire all the way down to the last play of the game, and it felt like that entire game that the Dons were in it. They never quit. They stayed the course the whole game, and, you know, it ended up bringing good results. You know, even though it was a 3-point loss, it was a loss regardless. It was a good loss in certain terms. You know, a loss is never a good thing, so I don't know why I should be saying that. But, you know, if there is a loss that's ever a good loss, I guess a 3-point loss after coming off a blowout the last 2 weeks is not necessarily a bad thing.
Oh, 100%. I agree with you.
Man, you keep forgetting to finish your thoughts. You're supposed to elaborate on this. Anyway, as I'll continue talking, let's transition over to St. Viator a little bit. You know, they lost their quarterback week 1. Their starting quarterback, the captain of their team, went down week 1, and in comes Charlie Dolson, the sophomore, and has took this offense by storm. And what have we noticed a lot over the last couple of weeks? Him and Michael Michael Patrick Nix, the wideout that is a junior, has really stepped up for Viator, and this is one of the matchups we're really looking to see.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see this match as well.
Yeah, and that's one of the other things that we have to think about, that the offensive line has been spectacular this year, has allowed for a lot of RPO options, and for those of you who don't know who that is run-pass option. They have had a lot of really solid chances to get that play action going, be able to fire the ball to their playmakers. So they have a good grip on how their offense is working so far, which is good to see. And I think they're going to try and translate that into tonight and expand their win streak to 3 games. All right, no further comments from Andrew. Anyway, so, one of the things that you want to look at right now about St. Viator is that the quality of teams that they played has not exactly been great. When you think of a football school, you think of a Carmel, a Mount Carmel, rather. They played Fenwick, Phillips for Chicago Public Schools. Viator hasn't played any of those teams. They got destroyed by South Elgin. They lost to Morgan Park, who, by the way, lost to Fenwick the week before, and then pulled off 2 wins against DePaul Prep and Carmel, so not really all that impressive. But who knows what we're going to see tonight from the Lions. Yeah,
this is definitely going to be interesting. Like you said earlier, Viator's record currently is 2-2. Ours is 0-4. It's definitely going to be an interesting game. I have a feeling it might come down to the wire, but I'm excited for this game. I think it's going to be a good game, lots of good energy in the crowds, so may the best team win.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, a local neighborhood rivalry between the two schools, very close proximity to one another. And if you can see it on the camera feed right now, you can see the bullpen is going all the way up towards the top part of the home bleachers, and the Viator student section starting to fill in as well. They travel pretty well. If you remember the Viator Notre Dame basketball game from 2 years ago that we had here,
the gym was packed.
It was very packed. And then just a few weeks later, St. Patrick comes in, and it's filled to the brim, which is exactly what you expected. So this is going to be interesting to see how this rivalry ends up panning out. We got a minute to go, so we are going to send things over to public address announcer Mr. Mike Marisi. We will be back after the national anthem.
Oh, there's the band. Yes. It's the camera on the band.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legends Field at Notre Dame Stadium. Please stand for a prayer by Notre Dame principal, Mr. Dan Tully.
But I need to get on the flag, so sorry.
Good evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we welcome your presence here among us and your love alive in our community. We thank you for these 2 teams, these 2 schools, and for the chance to study and better understand the world around us. We come together in your name on this field in a spirit of brotherhood in the hope of growing closer to you. We ask that you guide us to our best effort with safety for all. We ask your blessings on the men and women who serve our country near and far, and all those who request our prayers. Do not let us take these evenings for granted, for we all come away winners in you. As we don our school colors with pride, help us to be persons of faith, scholarship, and service. May Our Lady Notre Dame watch over us all. These things we pray in your name. Amen. Notre Dame, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please direct your attention to the 35-yard line. Tonight's flag will be presented by junior high students from neighboring schools who are joining us for Jersey Night. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing, remove your hats, and welcome the Notre Dame Resurrection Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Kyle Balzer, playing our national anthem.
Welcome back, everyone. It's a great night to be a football fan. The stands are packed,
Weather's
at least on one
perfect.
side. The weather's perfect. It is an awesome night for football, and we're glad that you're with us here tonight on YouTube, because what's better than YouTube, right? Yeah? Okay, cool. Glad no one else wants to say it with me. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great that no one wants to do it with me. I love that. Well, as we take a look over to our left, the entire student section is up to the brim You'll see a lot of them tonight as we pan over to that area of the field.
And the rest of the stands are pretty full, too. For
Rest of the stands are pretty full. Dons won the toss, they to first, so St. Viator is going to start with the ball here tonight, kicking off the first Friday Night Lights game for the Dons since late October of 2019. It's been too long, but here we are.
Glad to be back.
Glad to be back. It's awesome. Because we don't count Saturday night.
Nah.
Saturday night's not the same as Friday night. There's nothing that competes. A.J. Shinnick is going to kick things off here for the Dons. Looks like he's going to try a little onside kick to start things off. And now we get the official just hanging around. Oh, look, he's doing his little run. He's going across the field. We're glad you're with us here tonight. We're in for a good one. Shinnick to kick things off. This one going to be received at the 11. And out of bounds goes Michael Patrick Nix. That's one of the guys that we had talked about in the pregame and in high school game day. That's one of the guys we're going to have to watch out for tonight. And now we get to see our first look at quarterback Charlie Dolson.
It'll be first down for St. Viator from their own 31-yard line.
Lions are going to start things off tonight from their own 31. A couple of the guys that we are particularly paying attention to tonight, as we said, Michael Nix. We'll just call him Michael Nix for our sake. Danny Crawford, the senior running back. Another guy we're also taking a look at is Ryan Camblin, the senior tight end. We're going to start things off with a rush up the middle, and that's not going anywhere. So we got 2nd and 10 coming up now for the Lions. And that's one of the things that we're really going to be paying attention to tonight is the defense up the middle. The Dons don't have a lot of healthy defensive tackles tonight, so it's going to be imperative that they stay out of injury on the interior.
Oh, yeah.
That means you elaborate, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Cut him some slack this first time. From the gun, and now they put Camblin in motion. Dolson going to hand off. He's going to give that one to Davian Ellis, and not much there from Ellis. Maybe a yard or two at best, and 3rd and 8 is coming up for the Lions.
Third down for St. Viator from their own 33-yard line.
Looks like you're at the 33-yard line.
Not much of a gain there for the Lions, only getting 2 so far. But this is a Dons defense that traditionally is pretty solid, and it looks like, at least in the get-go, that's what they're doing. 3rd down with Dolson in the gun. He's going to roll to his right, going towards the outside, looking to pass, and that is incomplete, but coming up with the ball there was Nate Garnhart. And now a 4th down coming up, so a 3 and out for the Lions. Not exactly how they were looking to start.
Nope, not exactly.
So with that, Michael Nix is going to head back to punt, which is interesting because he is not listed as a punter. Matter of fact, as I take a look at the Lions roster right now, they do not have a punter listed. They do have a kicker who is Taylor Petrillo and a couple of other guys, but they do not have a punter listed. So maybe a trick play coming. We'll see.
The game is still early.
Still early, but you can't take anything out of this Lions playbook. Nix is going to punt this one off. Garnhart looks like he's calling for fair catch, and he's going to let this one roll. And that one will be down at the 30 by Patrick Bauer, which is where the Dons are going to take over. And now we get to see Enzo Ricciardi with probably his biggest crowd ever as a starting quarterback. Andrew, I know you obviously haven't seen Enzo play that much, but how do you think he's feeling right now with all of these people in the stands towards his right side right now? How do you think he's taking that in with his nerves?
You know, I think he probably is a little bit nervous, but at the same time, I'm sure he's feeling great. I'm sure he's ready for a good game.
He's probably got that adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
he's going to start off with a handoff to Randazzo, and he's going to get barreled. Not much of a game there. maybe it's a loss coming up, and we're going to have 2nd and 10 coming up for the Dons. And that was Orecchio on the tackle.
Still at the 30-yard line.
Still at the 30. And it looks like, at least from the start of things, that this is going to be a battle in the trenches. You know, they're going to focus on the run game, pushing it down the middle, and this is going to be a big game for the offensive linemen, particularly the guards. And then the defensive tackles us. Here's Randazzo looking to pull another Najee Harris. Stiff arms, and he's got a first down. Colin Randazzo with a gain of 11, and the Dons get their first down of the game. Patrick Colgan fired up, and the Dons move the sticks.
Good play by Randazzo there, advancing it up about 11 yards.
Ricciardi checks out. Frankie Ricciardi, that is. Remember, there is 2 Ricciardis. Frankie Ricciardi is the running back, and then Enzo Ricciardi is the quarterback. But it seems like sometimes you never know which one it is because they're both running their tails off.
Yeah, I've gotten confused by which one's which before.
Going to have another run to Randazzo, trying to get to the inside, and slam to the ground. That's Carson Egebratton. And that's going to be
1 yard back. Oh, wait, no.
2nd and 8 coming up. And Viator doing a good job at clock management so far. They've already shaved about 3.5 minutes off the clock, so they're doing a nice job at trying to keep the ball out of the Dons' hands. And take a look at this. The stands are packing themselves up.
Even more people are coming in.
And here comes Frankie Ricciardi, stays in bounds, and he's pushed out. And they marked it out at the Viator 42. That had the makings of a good run, but it looked like he's just stutter-stepped a little bit at the 42-yard line. The official right on top of it and was able to mark it down. Break for Viator there, but the Dons still doing a great job at moving the ball so far.
Oh, yeah, if he would have stayed in, that would have been a great play.
They probably had a chance to go all the way on that one.
Yeah.
So first down with a fresh set of downs at the 42-yard line are the Lions. Going to hand off to Frankie. And a short gain there. They're going to give him a yard on that, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Randazzo comes in, and Kevin Durkin checks out. You know, Kevin Durkin coming into his own lately, started the season out more as a defensive end, but, you know, with the injury to Connor O'Boyle, he's really started to step into that tight end role, and he's been playing very, very well so far in the first 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, yeah,
it's impressive to see.
Yeah, I've noticed that. He's been throwing the ball around really well.
He doesn't throw the ball. He catches the ball.
Catches the ball.
There's Frankie. Still going. And that one is going to be a gain of 6. So 3rd and 3 coming up for the Dons. Continuing to move the ball.
Will be 3rd down for Notre Dame from the St. Viator 35-yard line.
Third and short coming up. 3rd and 3 for the Dons. That's a run for Randazzo, and he's going to take that one for about a gain of 7 and 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. And continuing to move the ball, crucial part of this Dons offense, and they're doing a great job of it thus far.
First down for Notre Dame. First down for Notre Dame from the St. Viator 27-yard line.
And look at that.
We're getting closer and closer.
They've already covered about 40 yards, and this is exactly what we were seeing last week with Nazareth, first possession of the game, just pushing the ball down the field. We were able to knock out about 8.5 minutes worth of game time as we got a pileup
at the
25
25-yard
midfield. Or I'm at the middle of the field. I don't know why I said midfield. That's the 50-yard line.
That's a 25
That's a gain
yard.
of, yep, thank you. That's a gain of 2, so 2nd and 8 coming up. And a lot of folks here tonight. Look at this. It's packed. Oh, my.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's been a while, but this is awesome. So good to see it. And the Viator stand's also starting to pack up, too. They brought a good student section, too, filling up that entire corner section of bleachers, which is great to see for them, too, as Frankie going to carry that. And the ball came out, but they marked him down. Either way, your favorite guy, Will Meyer, just came up with it.
My favorite guy, Will Meyer?
Your favorite guy, Will Meyer.
Oh, yeah, Will.
Isn't
awesome.
Will your favorite guy?
Yeah, he's my favorite guy.
He is.
Will's awesome.
Will Meyer. You know, we didn't know what to expect from Will this year, but he's worked his way out into the starting core. He put in a lot of work in the weight room this offseason, a lot of work on the field too, and it's translated into him getting a lot of time with the first team offense, which is spectacular.
Hard work pays off, as they always say. Oh.
We are having a couple of issues with our camera feed right now, so we're going to try and do this a little radio style while we do that. Moving the sticks out to the and look at that, we got it back. Awesome. That was quick. See, we have one of the best tech crews ever. They start from the 14-yard line, first down for the Dons. And can we tell you just how awesome it is to see all of these people back out here. Stands are filled, the concourse is filled, and more people continue to file in by the second. Not many empty seats remaining. This one's going to be a run, and Randazzo is going to be taken down around the 10-yard line. So second and 6 rather. Second and 6 coming up. I'm sorry, is that second and 6?
Second and 10?
Nope. We'll see what they mark it as. It looks like 5 from here, but it's hard. Okay, they're calling it 6. It's hard to see from our angle, is we don't have those fancy schmancy cameras that Fox has or NBC or any of those people.
Or a pair of binoculars.
Or a pair of binoculars. That'd be helpful too. But I also got a couple pieces of paper in my hand that are a little important. So that is going to be a gain of, it looks like 2. So 3rd and 4 coming up for the Dons.
3rd down for Notre Dame.
Three minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Can the Dons do it?
Ricciardi looking to pass. He's going to run. Pass to the end zone. In and out of the hands. And that was Adam Gallagher not able to hold on. And now 4th down coming up. And looked like we saw, the official looked like he was pointing for a penalty there. Let's see what this is all about. He pointed towards Viator. As of right now, it's 4th down. But that may change, and it looks like it is. The official's moving the ball. And it is a penalty against Viator. How about that? So the Dons get a fresh set of downs and now move themselves to 1st and goal with 3:43 left to go. First and goal coming up here for the Dons from the 8-yard line. The Ricciardi. 4? Oh, 4. Never mind. It looked like the 8. He's going to hand it off to Frankie. Trying to push through, and he's going to be stopped short, and a barrage of defensive linemen. Jaden Franzen coming up with that tackle, and we got 2nd and goal. Looks like from the 3-yard line.
2-yard line.
2-yard line, same thing. Okay. I wasn't looking at the scoreboard. I was using my eyes and trying to figure it out. Hey, at least I was trying.
Yeah.
Give me credit.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. 2nd and goal from the 2. Thanks, Andrew.
No problem.
Snap to Randazzo. Does he have enough? This one's going to be close. Dons are signaling touchdown. And it's marched short. 3rd down. 3rd and goal coming up. Wow. Third and goal from the 1. And now a timeout called by the Dons. I'm sorry, by the Lions. So we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. All right, we come back. 3rd and goal on the 1-yard line. They push. Do they have it? Marked short. Whistled dead as Viator for the second play in a row
Has stopped it
said
short.
that they came up with it. As that was Juan Rivera that was charging down the field, and it's going to be 4th down. And I think this would normally be a big decision, and look at this, bringing in the heavy. Carl Schmalz has entered, along with Joseph Delia. Look at that, Carl playing fullback. Wildcat, here's Randazzo pushing through, touchdown! Colin Randazzo through the Wildcat, and the Dons take a 6-0 lead. What a run. Even though it was only for 1 yard. Who cares? Colin Randazzo does it again. Extra point is good. So it is now 7-0. Don's leading. How about that?
Yep, this is the start they needed. And we got it.
Seven 7-0 game with 1:55 left to go here in the first quarter. How about that? A very quiet Viator student section. That is unlike them. Brought a crowd of, what would you say, about 150?
Students?
200? Yeah. They got a pretty good showing. For a visiting game, they showed up pretty well tonight, which is...
I do remember.
I always give credit to opposing student sections for traveling and traveling large. Like, that's always, it shows the fierce rivalry between the two schools, so I got to commend them for that.
No, yeah,
it's awesome to see that.
Just comparing to other schools, it's a good-sized crowd.
Yeah.
And obviously the student section here at Notre Dame is
to
packed capacity.
Oh, yeah. You're not getting in there. Nix makes the catch, stays in bounds, and thrown to the ground.
By Michael Keenan.
That's Stubbs. Michael Keenan. That's going to put it at the Viator 24-yard line. Not too bad so far for this, especially special teams. You know, special teams has done a pretty good job here so far to open the game. This is encouraging for things to come.
For sure.
So we just want to preview a little bit about what's coming up. In the third quarter, we got this head soccer coach, Mike Smith. He's going to be joining us for the third. We got a very epic halftime show planned with the Notre Dame Varsity cheerleaders. And the ND Res Band is back. They didn't get to play last week because
of the washout.
and it was really a washout. So they're excited to finally get their first performance in. What better day to do it on than homecoming night? Davion Ellis breaking to the outside, and he's going to go out with about a gain of 6 yards, and it'll be second down and looks like 2nd and 3. So I take that back, about 7 yards. So 2nd and 3. I take that back. It's 2nd and 1. How about that?
Second down for St. Viator from their own 33-yard line.
So 2nd and 1. I thought it was 2nd and 3. It looked like he had gotten out around the 31. Official said 33. But you know what? That's okay. They got it right. I didn't. And that's what ultimately matters. This would be a good game to play Where's Michael O'Brien, but he's not here. So that's a little bit of a shame. I wish you understood that reference.
I wish I did too.
And that is through the hands of Nicky Pastore.
Incomplete, intended for number 7, Nicky Pastor.
Pastore, same thing. I said Pastore. It sounded right. Pastore. Am I wrong about that?
Third down for St. Viator from their own 33-yard line.
Pastore? Doesn't that sound right?
No, it does sound right.
Pastore. That's what we're calling you tonight. 3rd and 1 coming up for Viator. They got like 8 linemen out there. At least that's what it looks like. And another timeout. Viator using their 2nd timeout of the half.
Welcome alumni to the 2021 homecoming game. For your loyalty and support. Once a Don, always a Don.
Oh, hey, look at that. You guys got to hear our behind-the-scenes conversations. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? 3rd and 1. The Lions just used their 2nd timeout of the half. So it's now 3rd and 1 coming up. They're going to have a handoff here, and getting the first down is Davion Ellis.
Ellis on the carry, forced out by Khalil Johnson and Nathan Barnard.
So Viator getting themselves a first down with about 1:30 to go.
First down for St. Viator from their own 39-yard line.
First down coming up for the Lions as they take their sweet time in the huddle as the clock continues to wind down. 1:10 left here in this first quarter.
And the fans just keep on coming.
It's been a good one. Awesome night. Yeah, they don't stop. They haven't stopped since and breaking off, still on his feet, and finally taken down at about the 35-yard line by Ellis. Davion Ellis just breaking through the interior, and a great pickup there for the Lions, putting themselves in great field position to possibly get something across.
First down for St. Viator from the Notre Dame 34-yard line.
Have I said how great it is to have all these fans back? This is awesome. We've missed this.
We have.
You can never say it enough though. This is great. There's still people coming in.
Despite the parking lot being
the parking lot is full. Which I'm glad I got the parking spot and a flag. Flag on the play.
There's a flag. Penalty is against St. Viator.
All right, so with that, clock's going to run down. We're going to take our timeout. We will be back. The start of the second quarter begins. All right, and we are back for the second quarter of play. I want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. This has been awesome so far. It's been a great game so far. It's a 7-0 game.
Yeah, I think we're off to a good start here.
Pass downfield, broken up. Jaleel Johnson. You know, Jaleel did not have his typical junior year. He didn't get to play at all due to injury. And then he was also sidelined for part of this year, too. You know, he was out for half of the Fenwick game. But so far, he's really impressed me, at least, with the way he's played. You know, this is a guy, you know, he's listed as a defensive back, but he's also, you know, he's very threatening as a running back, which I think, you know, he doesn't get used as a running back, but I would love to see him get some time in that area.
I think that'd be interesting for sure.
Second and 10 as they put Camblin in motion. And another run here from Ellis trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like he's going to gain about a yard on that one. So 3rd and 9 coming up.
Ellis on the carry.
When I said line of scrimmage, that was the original line of scrimmage before the penalty came in at the end of the first quarter. So he ended up getting 6 yards out of that. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. 3rd and 9 coming up. I've never seen so much traffic on the bottom. Oh, my goodness. I feel bad for all the people that chose to sit on the bottom part of the bleachers because you probably cannot see.
Non-stop.
Honestly. Looking downfield is Dolson, and the pass completed. What a throw. And once again, Michael Nix. Wow. Michael Nix has shown time and time again that he can lead this wide receiver core, and he just came down with a doozy of a catch. Good gracious. You know, that was one of the guys that I was really excited to see coming into this game for the Lions was Michael Nix. Actually get to see him play because that's one of the guys for the Lions that, you know, this is who people pay attention to on this offense. He's really shined this year as a junior, which is great for him and potentially scholarship offers in his future. Dolson in the gun, and now Ellis moving over to the other side. Hands off to Ellis, and he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. You see Randy Russ on top, and it looks like Jaleel Johnson also over there.
Johnson, Jaleel Johnson tackle.
Jaleel Johnson on the tackle.
He's the one with half his shirt off.
Oops, you heard a little bit of our conversations over there. 2nd and goal now for the Lions, trying to push themselves into the end zone and even this score out. And that one is short. And look at this goal line defense for the Dons showing up. And it's 3rd and goal coming up for the Lions. About 9.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Make sure that you stay around for halftime because we got to get one coming at you. Notre Dame cheer team once again back. And then the Notre Dame Res Band
gets their first debut.
Their first time back, which is great. You know, we mentioned that earlier. You know, they were really disappointed that they did not get to perform last week. So they get their first game on homecoming, which is, you know, I think that's pretty special.
Hey, it's a good first debut of the year.
Dolson dropped, looking for Carson Egebratton, and in and out of the hands. Jaleel Johnson once again with that coverage. And now 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Can the Dons hold on and use this goal line defense that they've been known so well for? Come up with a stop. The only issue is, though, and you don't think about this, is that they'd be pinned if they get a goal line stand. Clock had stopped with 9 minutes to go. So here we go. Dolson under center. Hands it off. And into the end zone. Touchdown Lions, Egebratton. And despite the Lions not being able to push through from their own 2-yard line, finally on 4th down, they're able to cross the barrier, and the Lions are on the board.
Current score 7-6. Dons up with 8:57 left in the half.
Out to attempt the extra point is Petrillo with Nix holding. Michael Nix doing a lot for this team. We've seen him on special teams, wide receiver job. That one is good.
Current score is 7-7.
7-7. We got a good one. This is exactly what we expected. We expected a lot of back and forth between the two teams. I had predicted earlier that we were going to have a one-score game, that the Dons were going to end up winning the game by 4, but this is exactly what we anticipated. It's a 7-7 game with 9 minutes to go before halftime. Can't say we didn't anticipate this.
No, I definitely anticipated this back and forth, just like last week with the Nazareth game, all the back and forth.
Well, I think the difference was with last week was that the Dons really had dominated the first half of play. Nazareth had dominated the second half of play. So you could tell there was a tale of two teams there going on between the two sides.
But this time,
it looks like it's both sides going at each other, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
I feel like that hypes the fans up more, seeing all the back and forth all the time.
I can't find an open seat anywhere here, except for like in front of us. There's like a completely open row, which is interesting. But other than that,
occasionally you'll see one seat in the parent section over here, but student section?
Nothing. You'll have to throw your way into there. Good luck.
I think the student section is starting to spill over a little bit.
Looks like it, yeah. They're probably going into the far section off to the side, and the wind's starting to become a factor here, falling off of the tee. So Petrillo is going to try this one again. Comes a time where you might end up needing a holder, so there we go. Onside kick, and that's dropped. That's Viator ball. That one was muffed by Daniel Burke, the senior, and Viator is going to take over at the Dons' 43-yard line. And the onside kick pays off for the Lions. Got to credit them for creativity there. It ends up working in their favor.
That shot was clever. I was expecting it to go out far, but like it ended up at the 43-yard line.
You see a lot of trick plays, especially in high school, and I find it interesting that Viator already pulling that out with still a lot of time left on the clock. You got 9 minutes before half, and then you got the entire second half. But I sense the desire to want to do that because they want to prove they're the better team here. They're the one with wins. They want to show why they're the one with wins. And not to throw any shots on the Dons, but
Both teams are out here to win and have a good time.
Viator's out here to prove some stuff.
Yeah.
Dolson pass complete in stride to Dominic McKevitt. And then more movement for the Lions as they get down to the 27-yard line. More people continuing to file in as more caution tape gets put up down by the south end zone. Or, I'm sorry, that's the north end zone. I get my directions screwed up. I wish it was the north end zone, which would mean, oh, that's the south end.
That's the north end zone.
North end zone's to our right. I wish that was the south end zone because then we wouldn't get sun in our eyes all the time. But that is awful. I can't stand it.
Me neither.
Just for some context, Andrew typically runs our cameras. He's actually really good at it. He's done a great job. And look at this. Last timeout is called by the Lions. So we are going to take a break, and we will be – oh, I'm sorry, that was the Don. They signaled a Viator, but they're calling it down timeout. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Someone's taking a timeout.
Yep. Go ahead. Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. We know how to follow instructions here. Anyway, it's 1st and 10 from the 27 of the Lions. By the way, that's the only song you're going to be hearing all night. Just for and look at that. That's Nicky Pastore. Pulling out a little Wildcat. Now, Pastore was one of the other guys that we had seen at quarterback when we were watching some of the game film from the South Elgin game. We saw, saw a couple different guys out there at quarterback, and Pastore was one of them. Now, he's not listed as a quarterback. He's listed as a wide receiver, and now Dolson's coming back out. The quarterback's listed for the Lions, Charlie Dolson, Cooper Komet, who is a freshman, and I hope a lot of Bears fans know that name. Cooper Komet, a freshman. He played in the freshman game. Played pretty well, even though that the Viator team lost.
We also have...
And then Alex Konopka. And now a flag. And that will be against the Lions. Look at that. Wow. The Lions are having a hard time with the play clock here. This is the third time now they've had to use all their time. We think that they used all their timeouts. It looked like they had signaled, the officials had signaled to the Lions, but instead they pointed towards the Dons. Or apparently they pointed towards the Dons. So it says 2 timeouts remaining for Notre Dame, but we don't believe that is the case. And we don't believe that Viator has any left either, which is why they took delay a game. So we're going to find out pretty soon what the deal ends up being. Dolson fades downfield and out of bounds. So no go. And second down coming up.
Third down for St. Viator from the Notre Dame 33-yard line.
That would be third down, not second down.
Oh, I thought it was second down. Oh, okay. Oops.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I thought it was second down, but oh well. I'm not complaining. A little bit of a miscarriage there, and it ends up costing the Lions. Dallas Starr taken to the ground, and now fourth and forever, excuse me. James Keenan coming up with a big one there. Our guy, number 51. Big play there. Keenan in at defensive end right now. We had talked about how the D-line had been a little bit battered down. Frank Salvage not playing on the – he's playing sporadically on the defensive line. Let me rephrase that. Playing sporadically on the defensive line because he's playing offense right now. Jimmy Donnelly having some health issues unrelated to football. So in comes James Keenan, and he gets a really big tackle there, making it 4th and 20. Next to punt. And this one is going to be a touchback. So out to the 20 go the Dons defense or offense rather. Oh, and there it is again. There it is again. Where have we heard that before?
Totally not the last week. All
Nope.
throughout school.
Nope. Now we got the water bottles getting thrown. Oh, we love it.
That's the student section we love.
Oh, I love it. It's awesome.
Credit to the Res cheerleaders, too, hyping up the crowd.
You got Regina, too. Got to give credit to both of them.
Right.
They've been doing an awesome job, you know. Of all the people I expected to hate the over and over of the song, they've been loving it, which is great. And going nowhere is Frankie. I'm sorry, that was Colin. Looks like Frankie, but it's the same thing. Except Frankie can actually turn corners really, really well. It's scary. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Little flip off to Ricciardi. And that one's not going to be for much. They might get back to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we got 3rd and 10 coming up. Big 3rd down here for the Dons. They were able to get a good stop on defense, but now, you know, the goal is get that first. Keep the ball moving. They did it so well that first possession. Another pitch to Randazzo. Ball is loose, and Viator recovers. John Kaiser falling right on top of it. And St. Viator will take over.
It was good effort by Randazzo.
It looked like it was going to turn into something pretty good there for Randazzo, but just lost control of the ball. And now the Lions heading back out on offense. With 4:49 to go, as the band now will disperse. They are getting themselves ready for halftime. That's going to be one you don't want to miss out on. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the Notre Dame 27-yard line. A costly mistake there by Randazzo that the Dons really could not afford at this point in the game. But the way that the offense, they've struggled a little bit here since that first possession, and a whistle and another delay of game. Wow. That is the 4th time that, I think the 5th time that's happened. Wow. And the penalties adding up for the Lions here when it comes to the game clock. That's 5, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
We'll have to rewind the tape and count exactly how many times.
It's been a lot, and that's not something you normally see. Like, yes, we don't have a play clock here, but you should know the cadence. It's a handoff to Ellis. He's got a bleed blocker. And that one is going to go down at the 27. So they get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up for St. Viator. Big series here for the Dons. They want to get a stop here and then try and get the ball down the field with their timeouts. We still believe that they have 3 timeouts, even though the scoreboard does not reflect that. So you would have to get a check on that. Pass completed and taken down hard there was Ryan Camblin. And that'll move the sticks for the Lions.
Ryan Camblin, taken down by number 23.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit too. You know, there is a threat of rain on its
Hopefully it
way.
holds off.
Either way, it is still
A good
gorgeous. Wow, what a night. And you still can't get in the parking lot. I might just wait around for like 20 minutes after the game's over before I leave.
I think I will too.
You're not going to get out of here. That's okay. We got to clean up anyway. Here's Ellis trying to break through the perimeter and going to get maybe about a yard. Looks like Patrick Prozel was in there. We also saw Drew Malish. I don't know why I was blanking at the name. It was Drew Malish that was in there. James Keenan stays out there as Michael Keenan, the brother. Both the Keenans out there. One of the other awesome things that's this school reflects is the brothers that come here. And obviously most notably this year is the Keenan brothers.
And the Riccardi brothers.
And the Ricciardi brothers. Well, that's the most notable ones, undoubtedly. And that is intercepted. Stubbs comes up with another one. Stubbs comes through again. Mike Keenan with a huge interception. Wow.
And there goes Pump It Up.
And there it goes. Uh-oh. We got the staff into it too.
I'm a little busy.
First down, Ricciardi's going to hand off. Actually fake it, finds Emmanuel Amisu. Has some space. Going down the field and is taken down at the 43-yard line. Emmanuel Amisu.
What a good run.
And that's one he needed. He was really disappointed last week. He got the fourth down play that ultimately ended the game for the Dons. He came into this week knowing with the mindset, I got to come up and I got to be a beast. And he just came out with a huge run that gets the Dons at the 44-yard line with under 2.5 minutes to go until halftime. And now here comes the breeze. Hands off. Actually fakes it. And that is completed to A.J. Stanula. And it ends up only being about a 3-yard gain. Clock did stop, but something important to note here is that you really need to be conservative when you're playing the side game. Yes, run the side game at this point in the game where we're at, but, you know, don't try and do too much in terms of that. And here is Ricciardi. He's going to run out maybe with a gain of 1. Let's see where they mark this one.
Looks like it stays at 47.
Yep. So now it's 3rd and 7 coming up. And are they calling timeout here? No, they're not. Took a little bit to figure out what the play call was, and it looks like they finally did. Handoff, Randazzo. Oh, and a hard hit down. That's going to be a gain of 1, and 4th down and 6 coming up. And do you go for it here? Do you punt? What do you think? Using your expert football knowledge.
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm totally an expert.
What do you think?
I almost say punt it.
You think punt it? I think Coach Hennessy disagrees with you. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. The clock continues to wind down as they try and drain the play clock out a little bit. And I think personally they're going to try and do a hard count and draw the Lions off sides. Conversation on the sidelines between Hennessy and the side judge. And now they call timeout. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after the TO.
Wait, what is the half? What is the halftime? I don't even know. I'll see what halftime for. I can tell. I quit that section over there. If we get extra time, I almost didn't share. No, I
All right, we come back.
With 1:04 left in the half.
1:04 left. I wonder if they've gotten sick of it yet. We saw some waving from the bullpen. Might be time. Randazzo is going to punt. And taken down inside the 20 of Viator. I think that was probably worth it.
I would have to say so.
So now they bury them. And remember, Dons do get the ball to start off the second half. So I get that they're not trying to do anything crazy. So
student section keeps on filling in.
I think they got sick of it, though. So first down coming up here for the Lions.
They started waving at us. Of course.
Well, yeah, that was going to happen. You might have heard, we have a lot of critics of Pump It Up, but I say it's a good song.
I say we keep playing it.
Agreed. I'm with annoying the Viator people. And
oh, totally.
You might be, oh, no, you're not able to see it, but we'll tell you anyway. Their student section is really filled in, too.
I'd say they're up to about 200 now.
In terms of, I think, yeah, length is the right word there. Length is about the same as the Dons bullpen, from our vantage point at least, as Johnson's going to push out Dominic McKevitt with a gain of about 8. And they're taking up the entire visitors' bleachers in that area. So they've really shown up. So we're going in looks like we're going to go into halftime with a tie game as it's 2nd and 1 coming up. I'm sorry, 2nd and 2. It looked like, no, it is 2nd and 1. They got it wrong, 2nd and 1. These scoreboard people don't know what they're talking about. As we go into our deep, dark. Oh, all right. So now we're going to do our golf voice. How do you like the golf voice? Is it pretty good?
Oh, it sounds great.
Dolson looking to pass, and that is completed. What a catch. That was a great catch there by McKevitt. Looked like he just kind of grabbed that thing out of thin air. And it looks like Viator's pointing towards the board like they got a timeout there. Again, we don't think they had a timeout there. We didn't think that they had timeouts. Anyway. So with 18 seconds left, Dolson pass over the head of McKevitt. So that drains about 5 seconds off the clock, 12.8 left. As people continue to file in. What a crowd.
I think last time I saw a crowd like this was the ND versus Pats game.
For basketball?
No, for football.
For football was pretty good too, but
yeah,
it was split into 2 days because of weather.
Yep.
We've had a lot of bad luck with weather in the past. What's with that?
Not with all sports.
This is a golf kid talking, by the way. Dolson still looking to go somewhere with it, and he's just going to end up running that one out of bounds. 6.8 left. And I have a feeling that they're just going to
run the clock out.
Well, probably knee here. It is third down. If they take their knee here, I mean, what can you really do with 7 seconds? And you know, you've got 47 yards to cover. It'd take a miracle. They could. It's
possible.
It's possible as the Dons setting up 5 in the backfield. Garnhart, Johnson, Joseph Kinch, and a couple of others. And here comes a Hail Mary attempt. Deep pass. And Jaleel Johnson with the interception. Brought down at the 25, and that is how the things end here in the first half. We're turning things over to the halftime performance. We'll see you all at the third quarter.
That's the end of the first half at the score. Notre Dame 7, St. Vitus 7.
Y'all it's happening. If y'all could witness the transformations all of us have went through. I'm a sophomore. It's the most unique transition ever.
I never shaved mine off, if you remember that. I still got my ID.
Let's welcome the Notre Dame cheerleaders.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying their routine is probably going to spread. They can hear us by the way. So hey everyone on YouTube, let's like.
Let's have a nice hand for the Notre Dame cheerleaders. Under the direction of drum majors Liam Davey and Ethan Vargas. The Notre Dame Resurrection Marching Band is proud to present their first halftime show of the 2021 season, The Planets.
I know, I've done
Composed between 1914 and 1917, the seven-movement work by Gustav Holst, titled The Planets, gained and continues to have widespread popularity. The ND Res Marching Band's first chart this evening is Mars, the bringer of war. Although Mars is often thought to portray the horrors of mechanized warfare, it was completed before the First World War started.
Be sure to get Liam in frame. Oh my god. Where's Graham? I want to clean out of the shot. Can the microphone hear me?
Something entirely different in this movement. Jupiter, the bringer of jollity, Holst portrays Jupiter's supposedly characteristic abundance of life and vitality with music that is buoyant and exuberant. Notre Dame Resurrection Marching Band. Okay, now we'd like to announce the winner of the 50-50 Split the Pot. The pot from last Friday rolled into this week's pot. The winning ticket number is 849846. Again, the winning number 849846. Please collect your winning prize over by the 50-50 split the pot table. Thank you.
Look at OB and the two toggle people in between them.
We also have an iPhone 6 that was turned in up here. It has a Chicago Bears case, and it also has a pop socket that says Niles Teen Center. Again, an iPhone 6 with a Chicago Bears case and a Niles Teen Center pop socket. It's up in the press box.
flag as a toga. Beautiful. That's a miracle. Oh yeah, there we go.
All right, we are back at Legends Field. It's the Dons and the Lions. We are knotted up at 7. And we have a new guest with us, Mr. Mike Smith, the head soccer coach and the director of enrollment, graduate in 2007. Finally making it to the booth after dipping on us last year. I don't know how I feel about that one, but here we are. So we got a lot to talk about your soccer team here.
Oh yeah, that's going pretty well, I assume.
Yeah, I've heard a couple good things about it.
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? It's awesome. Awesome to be here. Awesome to talk to you guys. ND Media crew, best in the business. Give these guys a shout out every time I can. So awesome to be up here. Should have been here last year, and I thought I could still play with my soccer guys and sustained an injury prior to coming up. So
yeah, that didn't go very well.
That did not go well, but no, you know what? It's been an awesome soccer season. Our guys are currently 12-1. We're off to the best start in school history, and we got big aspirations for the rest of the year. So things are going well, and we're looking forward to a big finish here in the upcoming months of the season.
Sounds good. I mean, yeah. So what's the record? 11-1-1 from what I've heard.
11-1-1. That is right. I said 12-1 because you know what? We're going to get that number 12 tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
We're going out to Chicago Heights for a big conference game against Marian Catholic. Planning to come home with the dubs and keep it undefeated in conference and pick up win number 12.
So as we get back into things here, Dons are going to receive the ball to start off the second half. Caden, you had a very nice band performance.
Thank you.
For the first time in like 5 months, something like that. It's been a while.
I was excited. I mean, first ever like actual football game because of course last year all the COVID restrictions just wasn't the same. This year we actually got to do something like marching wise. Usually in the past last year for the COVID year, we just sat in one spot and played, whereas this year we actually got to move around and do stuff, and it's packed. So I was excited about that too. My first almost probably like 300-person crowd, probably more than that.
Insane amount of people here.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So here we go. We start things off here in the third quarter. And look, no onside this time. Catch by Gallagher. And he's going to go down around the 41-yard line of the Dons. Probably the best starting field position they've had all night.
Yeah, I'm a little not updated on all my names and stuff since I just got here, so I'll
We'll
do
help
my
you out.
best. I'll
We'll
do
help
my
you out.
best.
Hey, Caden, very impressive, man, how quick
Thank
you got up
you.
here after that band performance.
Yeah, I
He
kind
just
of rushed. Yeah, I put my stuff down and kind of just came up here because I knew I had to be up here in like 1 minute.
That was awesome.
So I just came up as quick as I could.
He knew he had obligations,
Yeah.
and he took care of
Yeah.
it. But it looks like, now, I thought your band section was getting overrun, but
No, it's
look
still
at all the
is.
people
It
that are
still
here.
is.
This is crazy.
At the start, we had to kick a bunch of people out because they were just taking over our spot. But we were
well,
able to
that
make
should
it
have been
work.
expected.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's going to be about a gain of 2
it's
for
happened,
Frankie.
yeah. As soon as we came back from the halftime shows, more people were just sitting in our spot. So
No,
yeah.
that should have been interesting.
it's a good sign, though.
It is a good sign. 2nd and 8 coming up. And if I heard correctly, it's senior night coming up in a couple of days. Is that true?
That is. So we've got our senior night on Wednesday. We have an awesome group of 12 seniors. We've got 10 on the varsity team, and we've got 2 on the JV team. So we're looking forward to celebrating those guys. They've had a terrific career. A lot of them were on our 2019 sectional champion, super sectional qualifying team. So looking forward to sending those guys out on a positive note, and testament to an incredible group of families and players in that senior group.
You know, you're losing, you said 12 guys. You're losing quite a lot of guys so far. So I'm sorry. You're losing a lot of guys this year. I got my words mixed up. So have you ever had that kind of subtraction of graduating seniors before? I'm curious.
You know what? We have over the years. We've lost some big senior groups. We certainly have some good leadership, but don't sleep on these younger guys.
They're looking good.
We've got a sophomore class that
Randazza doesn't look like he's going to have enough here.
I'd feel good saying the sophomore class might go down as one of the best classes in school history. The Krug twins, you've seen a lot about them. Ryan Shanahan, Kier Swanson, Max Stelanisic, and a bunch of other guys that can make a difference. We've got an awesome junior class: Danny Dino, Luca Lobianco, Jack Plavanich, Aiden Kamora. So future's looking bright.
So we know who the why am I looking for the word? The unanimous starter is Mr. Lobianco, but you got 2 really talented goalies in him and Kier Swanson. How do you find playing time for both these guys?
Yeah, hey, that's a great question.
Did he touch it? Doesn't look like he did, but it's going to be down around the 15. And Joe Giamatti, look at that man get all the way down.
Let's go, Joe.
Joey Meatball's getting himself all the way down the field, and he downs it at the 15. But, yeah, how do you find time for these guys?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, we're fortunate to have 2 very talented goalkeepers on the roster this year. And I think the great thing about it is those 2 really compete and practice, and they push each other to be better. So, day in and day out over the summer, all throughout the fall, they're going at it. We got a great goalkeeper coach, Coach Pearson. You guys, I know you've talked to Coach Crowley. That's the best assistant coach in the business right there. But I think we just have to find time for both of them, right? Luca's our guy right now, but we've got confidence in Kier. If we need him to step up, we know he can do it. We've been fortunate to find him some time in some non-conference games here too.
Thrown down with a huge loss. Looked like that was Nate Garnhart.
So, yeah,
I take that back. James Keenan showing up again.
I've been trying to watch the game, but how's the defense been looking? Because we were talking about that in the game day earlier, and we said that the defense needs to stay hot throughout the whole game. Have they been doing that so far?
Defense has looked really good. They had a little bit of a downturn there in the second quarter, but it looked like they really started to step it up as the second quarter started to turn off. And then so far you got this big loss here. It's a 6-yard loss on that keeper. And now we got a pass incomplete, knocked out of the hands there of Nicky Pastore. And I believe that was, I take that back, Mike Keenan, Mr. Stubbs himself, breaking that one up. Keenan brothers having a huge effect on this series so far. And that brings me into my next point. We talked about the Krug brothers. Got a lot of brothership here in this school and in your soccer program too. And I've also forgot to mention the Shanahan brothers.
There you go. Yeah, hey, we take a lot of pride at Notre Dame that we've got great sets of brothers from guys in our media crew, even having older brothers that went to Notre Dame in the house here, to the soccer team, to you said it, football. So I think we talk about brotherhood a lot, but it's really cool to see. Oh, let's go get him.
Pat Prozel trying to get him down, and it looks like finally Joseph Kinch takes him down. around I think that's the 16, 17, somewhere in there. It's going to be 4th down and long, though, about 4th and 9 coming up for the Lions. And now Michael Nix back out there. You know, there's got to be those people that you get really impressed by opposing teams. I think it's pretty safe to say that Michael Nix has been that way so far tonight for St. Viator. I mean, showing
I
up
would
on
like to
showing up
comment on
everywhere.
that, but
Go ahead.
I haven't seen enough of the game. I didn't have any rosters or anything in the band, so I mean I can't really tell you who's who. But
Almost a block punt there. Catch will be made by Keenan.
Oh!
Flag is thrown. And look at Stubbs go.
broke about 3 tackles there.
Oh, wow. Stubbs Keenan. We're going to see what this one's all about. And by the looks of things, looks like it's against well, normally these calls go against the receiving team.
Especially with the flag thrown that far back. Yeah.
And blocking the back on the Dons. So that's going to move them back drastically. So that winds up nixing about 10 yards. Well, no, I take that back. About 20 yards altogether off that play because Keenan got himself right around midfield to the 45, so about 15, 20-yard loss there on that block in the back. So not a good loss there.
How many flags have there been in this game?
Not a lot.
Big moments like that where, you know, pushes them that far back.
Other than the Viator delay of games, I mean, there hasn't been a lot of flags thrown, which that was crazy. That's Frankie going to carry this one up for about 3. So we go into your best season in probably ever, maybe? One of your best seasons ever?
Absolutely.
So how do you keep that momentum going the whole year?
Yeah, you know what? That's a big thing. I mean, we play a lot of games in a high school soccer season. It's jam-packed, so you don't get a lot of rest days. You don't get a lot of off days. So I think just keeping the guys locked in, trying to keep things light at time where they can enjoy time together and, have some time playing FIFA and team dinners and various activities to help that team bonding is huge.
And Dazzo probably going to get a gain of 1 on forward progress here.
DB, I got to give a quick shout-out. So Mrs. DeTagios, who's an ND legend, one of the best at ND, her kids
Absolute
are
legend.
Eagerly listening and full attention. So Will, Sam, and Lily, 3 of the best out there, all-time legendary campers.
I've got my own message for Will, Sam, and Lily. This game is over. You guys better get to bed or else your mom is not going to be pleased. So please, give your mom a bit of a rest on a Friday night and go to bed when you're supposed to. Unbelievable.
Come on.
Frank Lorenzo Ricciardi downfield, and that one was tipped by Matthew Welch. And 4th down coming up for the Dons. We got a big staff showing here tonight. I've been pretty impressed.
I've been looking around. I've seen a couple of the teachers more than usual, so
yeah,
don't see that too often.
We did find Mr. Madigan.
I was just about to say Mr. Madigan was in the student section.
We typically find him in that area.
Yeah.
We got a couple of alums here too. I saw Jack Bakulis is right in front of us. So hi, Jack. We also want to welcome everyone watching in online. High punt here. That was Dylan Desinfantis. Fair catch called by Nix. It's muffed, and he ends up recovering it.
Michael Nix brings it out for St. Viator.
I want to thank you all for watching tonight. A huge game between the Dons and the Lions. This is a game that not only comes with rights in the standings, comes with bragging rights in the neighborhood. And I can tell the chippiness that we've seen between the two sides definitely was present at the game a couple of weeks ago between the soccer clubs.
Yeah, I was going to try to say this at the game day earlier. Didn't get the chance to, but I thought it was going to be an evenly matched game considering, how both teams are. Their, receiving yards and, their defense. It seemed pretty evenly matched, and so far they have shown that it is tied at 7 with 6:45 left to go in the third quarter.
Oh, and it's ruled dead. Carl Schmalz jumping. And they're calling false start. And they call it on Viator. We saw Carl Schmalz jump, but I did not notice Viator jump. I saw Carl jump first, but they end up calling false start.
Yeah, just the slightest movement is what counts. So
1st and 15 coming up. So, Coach, I'm interested. You had first-hand experience with the chippiness of the Dons and the Lions a couple of weeks ago in the soccer game. Now you're seeing it tonight in the football game. What's it like playing in a rivalry game like this? And you just had a huge one last week, too, in the Irish Cup, too.
Yeah, hey, absolutely. We got the Irish Cup 1-0 against St. Pat's. And you know what? The St. Viator, Notre Dame, I think is kind of a, flies under the radar rivalry. But we have great games against them in every sport. We got them this year in soccer. We got them 6-1 this year, which was a awesome performance. And I'm going to give a shout-out to the football guys, man. When the football team came out strong for us that game, they brought the noise in the bleachers. So I got a lot of my soccer guys out there wearing their togas proud. And as long as they get home and get to bed right after this, because we got to be up bright and early to go to Chicago Heights tomorrow.
Yeah. Heard about that.
Are you surprised by the amount of kids not wearing T-shirts under their togas like they were told to?
Yeah.
I'm calling you out, guys. I hope you're watching this later.
Definitely some sneaky undershirts. I'd have to do a little like, hey.
Undershirts, end quote. 2nd and 15 coming up.
Get him.
Dorsal.
There we go.
Down. Coming up big.
Yeah, once again, how many sacks have there been tonight, Danny?
Jacob Plonka coming up with a big one.
Is that
3rd and very long.
That one of the few so far?
Third and 18, it looks like. 3rd and 17. Close enough. 3rd and 17. We'll go with that. 3rd and 17. Thank you. Someone actually agreed with me for once.
Go time here. Feeling a big turnover coming up.
They need one. Looked like they had a chance at one on the first play of this series. Michael Keenan just a little too far away from it. Dolson.
And they get to
Down.
it right away. I don't know what happened to the offensive line there, but two ND players.
Randy Russ breaking through again.
They just came through like there was no one stopping them and just got to the quarterback right away. That was great.
The offensive line was asleep that time, and it's 4th and 25 coming up. Wow. Long way to go.
Yeah.
5:23 left in the game. We have the ND soccer coach. Coach Smith is up with us.
Yeah, and real quick, guys, I got to put my enrollment hat on. And
Let's talk about that, too.
Hey,
we got to go through that.
We got Jersey night. We have an awesome crew of junior high students in the house from various grade schools across the area. They're bringing noise next to the student section. They're feeling the brotherhood. They're feeling the energy at Legends Field.
Great punt there by Nix.
A lot of future Dons in the house. Ooh,
oh, look at this.
Let's go.
They give it to Frankie.
Let's go.
Frankie Ricciardi. Still in bounds. Flags fly everywhere. Yeah. He's taken out at the 42, but we'll see what these flags have in store for us. Creativity coming from Nate Carnhart, and Frankie Ricciardi just got this crowd going, but we'll see what these flags have. Like we said just a couple of minutes ago, these flags typically go against the receiving team, so we'll see what this is about. And by the looks of things, it looks like it's going against the Dons. And another one.
Yeah. No one.
So that's going to take off a lot.
Yeah, no one was happy about that one.
Oh, boy.
Heard a lot of boos.
Regardless, the Dons got a big stop on D, and the ball is back in the hands of the offense. Same thing.
I'm excited to see what they do here with, 4:48 left in the third quarter. This could be a play where they need to score because, the defense will have to come out after this and just lock it down from here. So
it's only the third quarter, but you think overtime is in store for us? Here's Randazzo. And Randazzo,
come on, Randazzo,
down the sideline. And look at that. He gets all of that back that they lost on the penalty down around midfield. First down.
Yeah, got those yards back easily. That's what they need to keep doing.
Boy, they look good. Another handoff. And Ricciardi stays up. Frankie going down the sideline and pushed out around the 33.
He saw it wasn't open in the middle, just took it around to the left side and gained a first down.
Just keep moving, just keep moving.
Let's go. That's 2 big opening drives right there. 2 opening runs for this Notre Dame possession, and that's what they just need to keep doing.
What have you seen so far tonight that you've liked, Mr. Smith?
Yeah, you know what? I just love being here and seeing this energy. I mean,
this
place
is awesome.
It's incredible. I mean, this place is filled up. We've got teachers, we've got parents, we've got alumni, we've got future Dons, we've got our Notre Dame students showing up and bringing the heat. So this is what it's all about, man. You know, Notre Dame is a special place, and you guys support each other in everything you do, whether it's on the field, in the classroom, at halftime playing an instrument out there. So it's what keeps me coming, man. What keeps me waking up and coming here every day is the passion and the energy at this place, and it's a good day to be a Don.
That's why we keep getting all these audiences back. We can't thank our audiences enough. As here comes Randazzo. Is he going to get enough? Looks like he's about a yard or 2 short.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been excited since this morning for this whole day. You know, I saw the forecast. I saw it was supposed to be pretty clear throughout the game, so that made me even more excited because, you know, I did not want it to end up like last game.
Absolutely not.
And this is great. It is. There's barely any seats open, maybe a few, but those are safe.
Early in the game, we saw just back and forth. A lot of back and forth early on. Now 3rd and 3 coming up. And Dazzo looks like he's got it.
First down. Just keep picking up those first downs, and that's how they're going to score on this possession.
So more movement of the sticks.
Yeah, they're doing this pretty strategically. Like I said, even though it's the 3rd quarter, they are running out the clock a lot. And I don't know if that's just strategy or if that's just how they're planning to do it, but either way, it's working. So,
you want to try a little play-by-play action, Coach?
Sure, let's do
it. All right.
I'll give you some more view if you need.
Oh, look at this. Reverse. Here we go. Stutter step.
Ooh.
Right idea. Just didn't get it done.
Loss of 6 on that play. Yeah, not what they were looking for.
Man, it feels good to be up here. You guys, you got a tough job. This play-by-play thing is this is intense.
Yeah, we get the best view though.
Get me out for a soccer game one of these days, and I'll give you some soccer commentating.
Oh yes.
Football might not be top notch.
You'll be busy coaching.
We'll let Coach Crowley take the sideline. I'll hop over here.
Oh, awesome.
I'll give you guys some. I'll give you the loudest goal that
Do
you've
some
ever
European
heard.
football, as Danny likes to call it.
I do like to call it European football. Am I wrong though?
No.
Come on.
It's just.
Or we could just say not American football.
Yeah.
There you go.
Also known as soccer.
Hey.
I mean, either works. I don't mind calling it whatever you want me to, but.
Hey, and you guys have been awesome at our games this year.
Thank you.
It's the most coverage we've gotten, and our guys appreciate it. Our fans appreciate it. So.
Hey, we're going to be back this week.
Love it. And Caden from St. Monica and Danny from Garvey here. My shout out to all the elementary school families and families that are looking at Notre Dame is come out for a tour, come out for a shadow day. Firsthand, come see the Notre Dame difference.
Even come out to a game like this.
Oh,
this is where you could see the true energy.
Incredible. How do you not want to be a part of this when you're
this
out
is
here?
Awesome.
And nothing like
that pass dropped.
Come on.
It was in his hands, and then I'm pretty sure they just knocked it out. Couldn't keep his grip.
We're not playing it anymore.
So incomplete to Gallagher and brings up 4th down. It looks like they're going to go for it. And look at that, Emmanuel Amisu coming out. He made a huge play earlier in the first half, and looks like he's ready to do another one.
Let's go, Dons. Come on.
Ricciardi, under pressure, escapes. looking to pass, and he ends up just running that one out of bounds. Not much he could really do there.
Yeah.
Viator had some good coverage, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. And St. Viator is going to start out from the 28. 25 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
So do you think they knee it, just let the quarter run out? Or
Absolutely not. No, you do. No,
That's what
not
I was
now.
thinking.
Not
Yeah.
now.
I was going to say they have to go for it just because, they need to get as many yards.
Are you in
as they
fourth
need.
quarter mode already?
Yeah, of course.
You're ready for overtime. We're going to have this thing in regulation. We don't need
Absolutely.
overtime. Dons are going to get this one.
First down from the 27 for the Lions. Dolson looking deep, and that broken
Nice.
up.
Great defense. He saw it
Michael
was going
Keenan once
there,
again.
read his eyes, saw it, just knocked it down.
Michael Keenan has had an awesome game tonight. Interceptions, a lot of block passes. I have a feeling he's solidifying himself in that defensive secondary tonight. So, coaches, we take things down here in the third. We'd like to give everyone a chance to give their final words out to everyone that's watching. So, now's your time.
I love that. Hey, this has been quite an honor to be up here with you guys. As I said at the start, ND Media Crew is the best around. The stuff that you guys do, the coverage, and just giving Notre Dame sports and all events the coverage that it deserves is truly incredible. And the behind-the-scenes work that you guys do is tremendous. So shout out to everyone from you two to the guys that are doing the production and the tech side of things. And I encourage, man, my big shout out is if you're a 7th or an 8th grader family and you're in the – what's up, guys? If you're in the conversation about why Notre Dame could be a good fit, come out for a shadow day. Come out and take a tour with your family. Get on this campus. Feel the energy. Feel the difference. Notre Dame is an incredible place. I had the honor to come to Notre Dame, and it was the best decision of my life. My little brother went to Notre Dame, and incredible place, man. There's nothing better than being a Notre Dame Don. And Dons are going to go ahead and take this game. I'm going to go ahead and predict 21-7. That's my prediction. I'm
I
gonna
like
leave it at
that.
We're going to get 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. One's going to be defensive touchdown, Coach DeFranza led, and then we're going to get a nice Riccardi QB sneak.
All right, I would love to say something, but I have to go rush down to the band, so
All right, thank you,
go
guys.
for the win.
We're going to be right back with the fourth quarter.
And welcome back here to the fourth quarter and the final quarter of the Notre Dame versus St. Viator football game. Looks like we're kicking things off here.
Pass completed. Sorry, I never had dinner, so I kind of need to eat now. Will Fitzpatrick made that completion. I just came in to save the day for Mr. Andrew.
Yep. Still learning.
So yeah, if you hear loud chewing noises, I'm just trying to. I haven't eaten since 12 this afternoon, so cut me a little slack. It's 8:45. What is that? 9 hours?
Yeah, 9 hours.
Oops. Don't hurt me, Mom. A little trickery going on here. That's Ellis. He's going to pick up about 7.
Davian Ellis on the carry, brought down by number 20, Jaleel Johnson.
Bill Johnson's having a real nice game.
Yeah, he is. Not bad at all.
I just had a really good hot dog burger from Grill Club.
They ran out of hot dog buns, so they put
They put them on burger. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
And just hustling off the field was Riley Bartlett. I've never seen him run that fast. And here's Ellis. And he'll be out the first down. Movement, movement, movement. That's been the name of the game here. For the Lions, they've done a pretty good job of it. Even though it's only turned into 7 points, they've been able to move the ball pretty well. And I'm starting to feel raindrops.
I am too. Student section at this game has been unreal. I was watching them overhead.
People trying to crowd up here at the top near the booth. They got nowhere to go anymore. I mean, you move, you're going to get your spot taken. Ooh, yep, I'm feeling rain. That's not good. Down at the line of scrimmage, Dallas Star, rather. I don't mind going in the rain. Being in the rain's fun.
Little rain never hurt anyone.
Our technology probably won't like that. And now we're starting to people leave. Yeah, people starting to head off.
With 9:45 left in the game.
Yeah.
This is when you want to stick around.
And also, I just spotted our former president, Mr. Ralph Elwert, is in the house tonight. Always good to see him back. Doing great in retirement. Happy to see him still around. And keeping with the Dons, Patrick Prozel shows up once more. Patrick Prozel been a force out of that defensive secondary tonight. Lead linebacker with Mike Pantazis currently down. Things turn over to Patrick Prozel, and he has been awesome.
And here comes the rain.
And there's the rain. Oh, boy. It's the rain. Oh, no, you've never had rain before in your life.
Out come the ponchos and the umbrellas.
Oh, what a tackle. Jack Doherty. This was one of the guys we had said was looking to really come off tonight. And Jack Doherty with a great tackle there. 3 and out for the Lions.
It'll be 4th down for St. Vitus. Michael Nix is in the punt for St. Vitus.
And Michael Nix back. Michael Nix has done just about everything under the sun when it comes to football. Whoa, and now the wind is coming. Oh, boy. So now there's the elements that we got to deal with. You know, we've had the wind that we had to deal with all night, but now we got the rain. Freshman had to play with a little bit of rain earlier. Nix with a nice punt. Keenan not going to go for it, and that's going to get down at the 26.
That would be.
And now the stands disperse. We can't say we didn't expect this.
Hence the reason the game was pulled back to 7.
I think they should have moved it up a little more than 7. Started at 6:30.
We had the freshman game that was going on until about 6:30.
If they started at 4, they'd been fine.
Yeah.
But what am I to know? I'm no organizer.
Or just 2 sports announcers.
Yeah, what do we know? But, however, what we do know is that this game is now being fought in the trenches. We've seen a lot of it. We've seen a lot of it down the middle. The defensive tackles consistently working themselves. And we've seen a lot of the offensive line really starting to show up. You know, the offensive line for the Dons really battered down. And the defensive tackles really starting to show up. So I've been pretty pleased with the way that they've played so far. Not necessarily a bad thing. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Dons as the rain's starting to pick up a little bit. The wind is really starting to whip. As you can start to hear it in the headsets as Frankie Ricciardi. No gain there. It's now 3rd down. As now I can't even stick my head out the window. So this should be interesting.
Oh, sure you can.
I could, but then we get a lot of wind. I don't want the wind. And it doesn't sound good for you either.
You're right.
We got to think about our audience.
Just about 6.5 minutes left in the game. How do you think this is all going to end?
Oh, I have a feeling we're going to overtime. Frankie passed downfield and in and out of the hands of Kevin Durkin. Had a beat on it, but just slipped out of his hands. A little bit of a wet glove. Incomplete, and it's 4th down. That was promising, but just a little too much mustard on that one. Durkin not able to handle it. But, however, those are the passes we like to see from Enzo Ricciardi, as now the rain really starting to come down. I can see it in the lights.
Just a little drizzle.
Oh, it's not a drizzle anymore. It is calming down, which is dangerous for us. Desinfantis with the punt. That's going to take a bounce. Nix. And down. That one started off by Joe Kinch and finished off by Jack Doherty, Randy Russ, and Joe Giamatti. And Viator's going to start things off at the 29-yard line. Well, we got a quick second, and as time continues to wane, we want to thank our entire production crew. A little bit short-staffed today. A lot of stuff going on around the school, so very happy of the group we got out here. I got to commend Andrew for stepping into this role. He didn't even know he was going to be doing the game today until about
5 minutes before the game.
Yeah. Nice catch there by Dominic McKevitt, as he's really started to be targeted a lot more here in the second half. But
I do also want to mention our 2 new camera guys upstairs.
2 new camera guys just jumped in today, and they've been doing pretty good so far, which we're so happy to see.
Kevin Hawk
and Alex Nosalik jumping into the camera world, and they've been doing pretty good. We also got a couple of our producers to shout out: Justin Norman, Senior, Aiden Nelson, who if you were here for the freshman game, you would have seen he got 2 interceptions. He's on the board right now. We got Everett that's here. Kevin's here. Got a great crew. And that looks like it's marked incomplete. And I kind of have to agree with them. Will Fitzpatrick was the target. It looked like it hit the ground first. The official right on top of that one. So now it's 3rd down with 5:30 to go. What do you see here, Andrew? Pass, run?
Run.
What do you think? Pass or a run?
I'm almost feeling a run.
You think a run?
That's what I feel, but...
Well, Dolson's in the gun right now, trying to draw the Dons off sides.
I'm also feeling that this game could go into overtime.
I have that same feeling. Pass is completed, and getting that 1st down is Nicky Pastore. And Viator continuing to move that ball. 5:21 to play, and this is crunch time now for this Dons defense. They can't let anything up.
Nope. Got to keep everything out of the goal.
With the way out of the end zone.
Out of the end zone.
With the way that they have been playing offensively, at least since that first possession, they've had chances, but it seems like that they're beating themselves on offense. I mean, that can happen. Viator's been playing very good defensively. It's been a defensive battle. That's very easy to see. But the Dons defense cannot afford to give anything up right now, as Ellis going to be hit hard with a gain of about 1. Right on top of that one was Michael Keenan. He's had a great game.
I was going to say, both Keenan brothers have been
playing well. Keenan brothers. James Keenan finally getting some time in with the first-team defense at defensive end. And then Michael Keenan, playing cornerback, has been spectacular. 4:20 left to go in the game. 2nd down and 9 for the Lions. This is a big series here.
So if we were to go into overtime, I'm just saying, what if?
Cameron went to motion there.
Who do you think would pull through if we went into overtime?
Ooh, I don't know. And just never went down. Will Fitzpatrick refused to go down, and it winds up turning into a first down. And the clock having some issues, and it ends up taking about 7 seconds off the clock. And I think we're going to have a clock adjustment coming.
I have a feeling so, too.
Well, looks like the game officials just took about 7 seconds off the clock that did not need to be taken off. So now it's I'm the new game clock operator. I'm so good.
And the clock is back to where it started.
Another run. Oh. And he just got caught in there. Davion Ellis. That's going to be a gain of about 2. Stands are starting to lighten out a little bit because of the weather, but still a great crowd out here tonight. Wind has started to pick up. Flags on the top of the bleachers starting to blow a lot more, but still not fading off.
Could be worse.
Gonna run with it. That's Nix. Takes a nice turn. Able to stay in bounds as he's gonna get, looks like about 4 yards. Third down coming up. 2:51 to go. And a down player. Oh, boy. We have a Don's player. We're not sure who it is yet. He is on his back and being attended to. I guess you can kind of call it a bonus timeout. And that's Jaleel. Jaleel Johnson shaken up, and that is not a loss you want to have. Second time Jaleel has gone down with injury. Had hurt his wrist during the Fenwick game, and now needs some assistance walking off the field. He is able to walk on his own power, but not without the help of some of the trainers. And that's not a sign that you want to see.
Might be a knee injury.
Well, we're going to keep an eye on Jaleel as he walks towards the bench. And that's definitely something that we don't want to see. Is Jaleel Johnson down. 3rd and 5. Big play. And a handoff taken down. Frank Salvage with another huge one. How about Frank Salvage? And comes off the field fired up. Great play. And the punt group is out. And now the Dons have the chance to get this thing done.
2:20 left.
2:20 left, and they got a chance. They got a chance. Nix to punt. Taking some time off the clock. Under 2 minutes to go. A line drive, and that is going to bounce out. Nix does his job in special teams, and that's going to be Don's ball at the 13-yard line. A lot of work to do.
For sure.
Dons have all their timeouts, so you would think
that they would make use of them.
Well, that and that they're going to try and run the clock down so that Viator's not able to get the ball on offense again. We also have not been able to find Jaleel Johnson yet. Not sure where he ended up going. That pat dropped. Danula. And now the wind really starting to pick up. Well, I think now there comes a point where it's going to be hard to start throwing the ball.
Might be time to just rush it in there.
I think it might be time to start rushing too. You got two really good rushers in Colin and Frankie. So why not use them? Bring the heavy in.
I hope my roster doesn't blow away.
Hold on to it tight. Gonna hand off to Frankie. Gets to the outside. And take it down with a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7 coming up. Big one on its way. Don's letting this clock run down. And is Viator trying to call timeout here? Dons are letting this clock roll. Look at this. I don't think we expected this. They're letting the clock run. With under a minute to go, it's a handoff, and Randazzo's going nowhere. And a timeout called by the Lions. Well timed. We saw the intention that the Dons were trying to bring there, but it ends up working in the Lions' favor as they're able to get the stop and brings up 4th and 6.
56 seconds remaining. You have a feeling we're going to pull something off in the last minute, or it's going to go to overtime?
Well, this is going to be Don's offense versus, or I'm sorry, Don's defense versus the Viator offense. So 56 seconds left. This is going to be one heck of an ending. You can feel it. We saw it coming last week in the NAS game. Went down to the wire, and we have it again. So Dylan Desinfantis really needs a good boot here. Put Viator in a tough spot. Michael Nix trying to make some magic happen. Almost a block punt. Nix has got to run for this one. Takes a friendly Dons bounce, and that's going to keep on rolling. That is going to be down at the 29-yard line. What a punt from Dylan Desinfantis.
With this win, that was a good punt.
Wow. What a punt. And now it's put Viator in a very tough position. They've got 40 seconds. And about 70 yards to go. Now, granted, all they need to do is get in a field goal range, and they've got a good kicker. So it's easier than it sounds. However, this Dons defense has played spectacular tonight, only giving up the one score. But now, like we've been saying for this entire quarter, you know, the element's starting to come into play. We got the wind blowing very hard. It's blowing hard to the southwest. And now, do we have a timeout? Refs just whistled for a clock stoppage, it looked like. And it looks like we have a timeout. And it's a Notre Dame timeout. So they didn't like something that Viator was bringing on offense. And that could be a key timeout that the Dons just took off. Took off of their count, because if they're able to get a strip sack or a fumble and get the ball back, you're down to only 2. And you would think that they want to try and get the ball back before overtime.
41 seconds left.
We got backflips and no one's going crazy. What the heck?
I
This is a surprise.
I think the Viters Student section might be more active.
They're doing
than us.
backflips, and they got them involved. So 1st and 10 from the Viator 29. They have 71 yards to go for a touchdown. Field goal range, more or less about 50, I'd say. 50 to 55. They still got a long way to go regardless. And now another whistle.
And the clock is ticking.
And another timeout has been called. And someone just ran on the field.
Not something you see every day.
Whoa. Oh, what a, oh, falls over. And security chasing after him. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
This is almost better than the game.
That's the best thing we're going to see all day. Oh, that's awesome. And with that, we're going to overtime.
Called it.
With security not rounding someone up.
I got to say, that security guard was probably the highlight.
Wow. Okay, that was weird. So this looks like we're going to have a 3-minute overtime period. All right. Okay, so here's what we know right now. We're counting down 3 minutes, so it looks like there's a 3-minute period in between. Whoa, hello. Looks like there's a 3-minute period in between the end of regulation and overtime. Now, we haven't had an overtime game for football in quite a while. We've had overtime basketball games.
When's the last time we had a overtime football?
I have no idea.
Have we had one in our time here? I don't think so.
In our time here, I don't believe so. But now this makes things very, very interesting. So you have overtime here tonight. I feel bad for the Soccer Dons because now they're going to get home late. But that's okay because it's all going to be worth it in the grand scheme of things. So now one representative from each team will be going out for a coin flip. We're going to keep our eyes on that. Viator will be sending out, excuse me, Viator will be sending out offensive lineman Ryan Zebka. Dons still have yet to send their representative. And it looks like it's going to be Sean Kelly. So it is a coin toss to determine possession.
Hopefully the coin doesn't blow away with these elements.
They'll probably just spike it.
Probably.
Or just like chuck it down the field. That could work too. This sets up for a very interesting overtime. We're glad you're with us too. This is going to be fun. A great ending is in store.
I have a feeling this is going to be one of the best endings to a football game we've had in a while.
Oh, undoubtedly. The wind is whipping. The rain has gone away for now, which is good. And from the looks of things, looks like it's going to be for the Dons. It looks like they won the toss by the reaction of the Viator representative. We're about to find out, though. Either I'm just deaf or I haven't heard a lot of banter between the student sections tonight. A little surprised.
No, and I was up there third quarter watching. Not a whole lot of movement.
I'm a little surprised.
I think people probably got tired of Pump It Up, and now they don't.
Now they're done.
Yeah.
So no sign of what's happening here, but formations are going to tell us. All right, so by the looks of things, we do play by.
And we did win the toss-up.
Okay, so they're going to start on D. Now, high school rules You start at the 10-yard line, so it's similar to college. But instead of the 25-yard line, you start at the 10. So it's first and goal every time. Each team gets a possession, so it's basically a shootout. Now, I don't honestly know a lot about the high school rules, because I watch a lot of college and professional.
This is my first time
I've never seen a high school overtime game. So this should be an interesting experience for all of us. Regardless, Viator is going to start with the ball. And with overtime, there is no clock. So the clock is gone. Dolson, incomplete. So second and goal coming up. Now this is interesting. You know, there is no time anymore. So I believe there is a play clock though. There just is no game clock, which would make sense because of all the delay of games we've seen from St. Viator tonight.
Otherwise, we might be here all night.
That is true. Dolson looking to pass, in trouble, end zone, over the head of Camblin. And it's third down coming up. Now, again, remember, both teams do get a possession in the overtime period. And now, as we take a look down, we do see Jaleel Johnson. He is on crutches right now, which is not necessarily a good thing. That's another guy of the defensive unit that you do not want to lose. 2 incomplete passes so far for the Lions, looking to break the barrier and get a score here on third down. Dolson looking to pass. No flags thrown, intended for Dominic McKevitt. Viator was looking for pass interference, and they did not get it. So a field goal try is coming. Maybe. We'll see. Defense is staying on the field, and Dolson just going over to the sideline. So we're going to see what happens here. And they're calling timeout. Wow. All right, so they're going to use one of their timeouts. It's fourth down. So now Viator's got a big decision to make here. Do they kick or do they go for it? A lot of decisions.
What do you think they're going to go for? Go for it or?
Yeah, undoubtedly.
That's what I was thinking. Don's defense holding strong, though.
We got a little Billy Joel going.
It'll change up from the pump it up you guys probably heard earlier.
Oh, yeah. Big difference. So they are going to go for it on fourth down. Viator looking to get one in. They put Camblin in motion. Looking end zone. In and out of the hands of Camblin. And Viator comes away empty-handed. Don's ball. The defense holds strong. Incomplete passes left and right. And now Notre Dame will have a chance to take one home. So now that Viator has missed their opportunity If the Dons are able to put one through, it is ball game. And this place is going to explode. Handoff. Rich Randazzo. Slam down. 6-yard gain. 6-yard gain. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
I'm feeling something coming here.
Oh, my.
This student section's going to explode.
They are going to erupt.
Dennis, record the student section.
Thrown down. And 3rd down coming up. Randazzo inching himself closer.
Until they score.
3rd down at the goal line. Here it is. Randazzo with the Wildcat. He is in!
Yes!
Colin Randazzo takes it home and the Dons win it!
Yes!
Notre Dame wins it! 13-7 the final score, and the Dons come out on top.
Exactly.
What an ending!
Just what we wanted.
Oh my goodness! What an ending! The Dons have won it. What an ending! Wow! Oh my! Unbelievable! Overtime win, and the Dons score their first win of the season. Notre Dame improves to 1-4. St. Viator falls to 2-3. An exhilarating homecoming victory for Notre Dame. What a finish!
First time seeing a high school football game going to overtime, and it was a blast.
Oh my! What an ending! Wow! And here they come! Celebrating like crazy.
Don't send.
Oh my. What an ending. All right, so now that we've gotten all that out of our system, time to dissect the game. A defensive battle for the ages. Both teams only giving up one.
Both teams only giving up
one touchdown. Unbelievable. What a game. This is going to be one that is stored in the history books.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Randazzo.
35. Colin Randazzo with an unbelievable win for the Dons. This was needed. Wow.
He came in very clutch.
He came in clutch. My goodness. With that, we're going to be signing off for the night. For our entire production crew, for our guest, Mr. Smith, for our game day staff this afternoon. That was unbelievable. Go watch that if you get an opportunity. For Andrew Delbeck, I'm Danny Burke signing off. Have a great night and go Dons!